Okay, so now it gives me immense pleasure to introduce Dr. Hashma Hasan. Dr. Hashma Hassan is a distinguished program scientist at NASA. She's also the deputy program scientist for the James Webb Space Telescope program, which is the world's largest and most powerful telescope launched from the European spaceport of Kourou in French Guiana on Christmas Day in 2021. Nothing is more enthralling for AMU when one of its own students reaches the pinnacle of their career and becomes a celebrity in their respective industry. It is especially a matter of pride for female students and leaders who are inspired to follow her footsteps and reach a similar height of success in their chosen field. So, Dr. Hashma, our audience would like to know that when you pictured your career, did you ever see yourself both as a scientist and a leader at NASA? So, with your huge round of applause, I would like to invite Dr. Hashima Hasan.
So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you, Iram and Amtul, for inviting me to celebrate the Women's College Founders Day. What a remarkable team you have. It was very impressive hearing about it just now. It's a distinct honor and pleasure for me to be here today to humbly share with you my personal journey from my birthplace Lucknow to where I am today, the Deputy Program Scientist for NASA's James Webb Space Telescope, or JWST for short. I have been a part of JWST from the time it was conceived in 1995 as the next generation space telescope to be the successor of the Hubble Space Telescope. I have seen it through its early development to its launch and beyond. This powerful telescope is a technological wonder that will enable humankind to unlock some of the mysteries of the formation of the early universe. Its 6.4-meter primary mirror consists of 18 hexagonal pieces made of gold-coated beryllium, which was folded up like a transformer to fit into the rocket for launch into space. A 5-layer sun shield made of mylar and designed to protect the telescope and its science instruments from the heat of the Earth and the sun, unfurled in space. The science instruments have cutting-edge technology. This amazing observatory was launched on December 25, 2021, and is now at its parking orbit called L2, which is 1.5 million kilometers from the Earth. The sun shield has been unfolded and the telescope's mirrors have been deployed. Its scientific goals are to show us the formation of the first stars and galaxies, tell us about exoplanets, the formation of elements that make up life itself, and much more. As the universe expands and the earliest stars and galaxies race away from us, the light from their birth, stretching into the infrared, is just reaching us. JWST is optimized to receive and analyze this infrared light. At L2, the telescope will remain extremely cold so that there is no interference from its own heat with the infrared light from the faraway objects it observes. Any scientist in the world can write a proposal to observe with JWST. If there are any astronomers in the audience today, I hope you are considering observations with Webb. All the Webb science data will be placed in the NASA archives for any astronomer in the world to analyze. So even if you don't have a proposal accepted, you can still analyze Webb data. As I wait to see the wonders of the universe that this telescope will reveal to us, I look back to the time when I gazed at that same sky as a little girl in Lucknow. My favorite rhyme was, "Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are." That wonder carried me through my childhood, gazing at clear night skies, seeing Sputnik in the early morning sky over Lucknow, eagerly following the space race between USSR and USA, devouring all the science and mathematics I could learn in school, eventually earning my BSc in physics, chemistry, mathematics from Lucknow University. My path to my dream of pursuing astronomy was not straightforward. At every crossroad of life, I had to make decisions based on the situation I found myself in. The lessons taught by my class 6 teacher in Loreto Convent, Lucknow, to work hard and have faith in myself, gave me the strength to make bold decisions later in life. Much as I wanted to take astronomy as a subject for BSc, I was unable to do so since observations required students to be out at night, which as a young girl I was not permitted to do. I pursued my next love, physics. After completing physics BSc at Lucknow University, I joined AMU, where I had close family ties. My uncle, Professor Sayyid Nurul Hasan, was head of Department of History at AMU. His son, Sayyid Sirajul Hasan, and daughter, Talat Hasan, had just started undergraduate studies there. My chacha, another uncle, Dr. Sayyid Ammar Hassan, and aunt, Dr. Sakina Hassan, were professors at the Medical College and English Department, respectively, at AMU. Their daughter, Fawzia Hassan, encouraged me to join the physics department, where she was a PhD student. After completing MSc and MPhil in theoretical physics, I won a Commonwealth scholarship to the University of Oxford, UK, where I got a doctorate in theoretical nuclear physics. I came back to India and joined Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Mumbai, for postdoctoral research, after which I got my dream job as an assistant professor of physics at the University of Pune. A year later, I found myself at another difficult crossroad when, under family pressure, I had to choose a husband. I made it clear to my parents that my future husband must agree to me continuing my career and one who would treat me as an equal in a true partnership. I was fortunate to find such a person. Incidentally, another Algerian, Dr. Aftab Ansari. I joined him in USA, where I did postdoctoral work at Duke University, Durham, North Carolina. I saw a new opportunity and changed course. I was awarded a National Research Council Fellowship to study the effect of air pollution on visibility degradation. After completing that project, we returned to India with our infant son Sadiq when I went back to research in theoretical nuclear physics at the Bhabha Atomic Research Center, Mumbai. We returned to USA 2 years later in 1985 with 2 infant sons. I was determined to continue my career and, with support from my husband, accepted a job at the newly formed Space Telescope Science Institute, Baltimore, to write the optical simulation software for the soon-to-be-launched Hubble Space Telescope. After the launch of Hubble, I was appointed telescope scientist and was responsible for monitoring the optical performance of the telescope after we discovered it had a flawed primary mirror. After the optics of Hubble was fixed in the first servicing mission in 1993, I felt the need to move on. In 1994, I joined NASA headquarters in Washington, D.C., and the rest, as they say, is history. I was fortunate to work as program scientist on many missions, including 2 Hubble servicing missions. I encountered many obstacles on my path to achieving my dream of doing research in astronomy and of working at NASA. I could not have done it without the confidence instilled in me by my mother, teachers, uncles, aunts, and professors at AMU. I would like to tell every young woman here today to have confidence in yourself and get a good education so you can stand on your own 2 feet. For that is a sure way to independence and empowerment. As I learned as a senior executive fellow at Harvard, there are no right answers and no wrong answers. Whatever you choose to be, a wife and a mother, a professional, or both, the decision must be yours. They say that the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. We
Absolutely.
can get that true empowerment only if we work in true partnership with our men, with mutual respect. We will then be fulfilling the dreams of visionaries like Sheikh Abdullah Papa Mia, Begum Wahid Jahan, and Karamat Hussain, who opened the doors of higher education to women. So do not give up your dreams and reach for the stars. Thank you.